people are like, is it beaches, is it bitches? Like, are you guys? It's like, no, we're actually super nice. We're super fun. Yeah, it's not the bitches.
Hey, we're the Beaches!
And we're gonna chat with DIFFUS. Listen in.
How did you start as a band?
So Jordan and I are sisters. We started playing together at a really young age. We always wanted to be in a band, and we met Eliza in public school. And the three of us were in a band that was kind of big on the Canadian version of Disney Channel. And once we moved on to high school, we were looking to kind of change our sound and find a new member, and that's where we met Leandra. And we've been playing music together ever since. So we've been a band for like 10 years now, and it's been an incredible ride.
Where did your sound inspiration come from when you first started?
I think there's one artist that definitely contributed to us all probably wanting to be in a band, and that was probably Avril Lavigne growing up. To see like a young woman holding a guitar is a very powerful thing to experience as a young woman, because we weren't exposed to anyone who was sort of around our age who was doing anything like that.
Yeah, I think when we started the band though, sound-wise, it was like the Black Keys.
Black Keys.
It was a lot more alternative
for
rock
sure.
And metric.
It was during like that big sort of blues rock alt thing that was sort of happening.
Like 2013.
2013, yeah.
What inspired the sound of your new album?
We kind of wanted to play with doing something a little bit different. We've been kind of like in this rock genre for so long, but we kind of wanted to push the needle a little bit and see if we could go a little bit more pop, because that's kind of the music that we've all been listening to consistently for the past couple of years. So we really wanted to make a record that was something that we would like listen to all the time, and that's really kind of what we did.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of 80s influences on the record as well. So The Cure was a huge influence, the Happy Mondays.
New Order.
Just a little bit of that kind of like 80s sound to kind of bring out some different tones and textures on the album.
Also that music was very in theme with like what I was experiencing emotionally with my breakup. I was going through a lot of ups and downs, happy, sad feelings. And I feel like new wave music really sort of has that vibe. Like you can feel euphoric and depressed listening to it.
What role does humor play for you?
I think that's sort of been a part of our
brand.
Our brand since the beginning, especially with the lyrics. I've always tried to approach a subject with a little bit of levity. One, because I don't think a lot of female artists, like in the past when I was listening to music, they didn't really do that much. There weren't any songs about one-night stands that you could like laugh at yourself about.
I think women had to be more serious and take themselves more serious because men were always tearing them down and looking for things that were wrong about them.
Totally, but I think for us, like having a sense of humor around those sort of subjects, and like it can be sort of a suit of armor. So like if I'm laughing at myself, you can't really laugh at me. This record, because I was dealing with such a serious subject matter of like, you know, depression and breakup, it was a lot more earnest, and I was actually more uncomfortable sort of releasing something this earnest. It's kind of good to play with both serious and not serious subject matters.
What's your breakup advice?
It's funny, I think around 6 months after my breakup, these two also went through their own breakups. So it was
She cursed us.
I cursed everyone, apparently.
She's just a trendsetter.
Yeah, sorry to everyone. Yeah, I think we all kind of found our own ways to deal with it. Personally, what I found was I think that you have to fall in love with yourself again first after you prioritized a relationship for so long. But I think you guys had different experiences.
I just fell in love again with someone else, really. Honestly, quite fast after. It does help, but also in the moment, like just accepting that it totally sucks and that there's not really anything you can do about it. All you can do is kind of feel it, and you can't really make it any better. But
that's Troye Sivan's advice, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's good advice.
Stole it.
Yeah.
I'm very sensitive, so my breakup was like, it felt like a death.
Yeah, she's
like,
sensy.
I'm a sensy girl. It was like losing my best friend.
Well, it was, yeah.
So I had a lot of panic attacks. I didn't like time alone. I would like, if we were playing shows or on the road, like Kylie would sleep in the same bed with me.
Watching the three of them go through it, I think, and this touches on what Kylie said, just like, it sucks, but it's like, you have to just feel the shitty part of it and get through it. But then watching them slowly kind of like put themselves back together and like feel and look more like themselves and seem more like themselves. It took a little bit of time, but once you get through it, it's so much better. It's just like getting through that first bit is always going to be tough.
But I think like Kylie, like a good crush, a good new
get you excited about
flirt, date.
Yes,
love it. It always helps.
Yeah,
it speeds up the process.
It ain't hurt nobody. You know what I mean?
In which way do you address your queerness in this album?
Well, Cigarette for You.
So, Cigarette was the one I wrote about my experience.
Because it was very important to me that we had a queer song on this album because like...
It came out during COVID.
Yeah, it came out during COVID and it's obviously a huge part of my life. And so I think that song has a lot more like female pronouns. So it's very much like, oh, this is about a girl. And it felt different for us because like as a mainly rock band in Canada, it's a lot of like, it's a very straight, male-dominated audience, so it was kind of scary to put something out like that.
It was really important to us, though. Yeah. Like, I think it was when once you had come out, and I think during the last record cycle we did, fans were asking us like why we didn't have songs with a queer perspective, because I'm bi and just gay.
I don't know.
I'm pretty gay.
What's the biggest misconception that people have of you?
Because of the name, people are like, is it beaches? Is it bitches? Like, are you guys? It's like, no, we're actually super nice. We're super fun. Yeah, it's not the bitches.
Also, I think people a lot of the time kind of like villainize Jordan and think that it's like this, that Blame Brett is a song that's really kind of about
my ex.
Like attacking him?
Yeah, but really that's not what the song is about at all. It really was about actually talking about Jordan's experience and solely that. But the title of that song's a bit misleading, so it kind of leads people to believe that we're like, man, haters and like all this stuff. Yeah, but that's not the case.
It is misleading, certainly, but that's the joke of the song.
A lot of people who are just finding out about us through Blame Brett online will call us industry plants.
Oh, good answer.
Yep.
But we've been doing this for 10 years, so I don't know if they planted us, they failed. It's taken a long time.
What are your zodiac signs?
I'm an Aries.
I'm a Virgo, but Aries moon, Gemini rising.
Wow.
I should do that too.
I don't know the risings. I'm an Aries.
I'm a Cancer, Leo rising, Aquarius moon.
If you could invent a new zodiac sign, what would it be?
A cheese zodiac sign. That's what I would do.
The what?
A cheese.
A cheese?
The most delicious qualities of each of them, and it's
really good.
Cheese.
Wow.
I would take the best quality out of every zodiac sign, which is just a Virgo, and make it into a sweet little sassy chihuahua named Sweet.
I would take the best qualities out of all the fire signs and make a dragon one, because I don't think there's a dragon zodiac.
I don't know, like a bird, like
you could do a phoenix. You could do a phoenix.
A phoenix. That's a powerful one.